Hello to all of you, my dear friends. This is Max again, and I'm coming to you from my balcony in London. I hope you are all well. I'm here to keep you some company and to add some color to your life. There isn't too much color on my balcony at the moment though, because as you can see, at the moment I'm shooting this video, it is autumn, and you can see from the tree behind me it has almost lost all of its leaves. There are very few leaves left on, and most of them are just a yellow color and very little green. The temperature in London at the moment is 14 degrees Celsius, or otherwise 57 degrees Fahrenheit. So as I said, I hope you are all well. Don't worry if everything is not absolutely perfect. This is not a perfect life, as I always like to say. This gives us a lot of courage, because we know from the beginning that things are not going to be perfect, and we can only do our best, and we can improve a little bit each time. So let me tell you, today we're going to do the 15th week update of our cuttings. We remember once when it was early summer and I started my cuttings, and now we are into autumn, so we are going to see what has happened with all of these cuttings. I will do the tour. What I need to tell you, I'm not going to do any reporting or any gardening activity today. The reason is because I was very tired these two last weeks. I was very busy at work and lots of stresses, and I decided to book a day off and go for an autumn trip to the seaside with Timo. So the last half of the video will be a video that I shot from the beach promenade while I was sitting there on a bench with Timo, gazing at the beautiful ocean. You will see the video. I hope you will enjoy it. I reserve that maybe on the following video to that one, when I will be doing the 16th week update of the cuttings, I might be able to do some gardening activity. There are lots of things I want to do, but you'll see as you keep following the channel. So as I say, before we start the update, make yourselves a coffee, make yourselves comfortable, lie back and enjoy the show. We are gonna start shortly, and I'm gonna start with showing you my beautiful cannas. Let's have a sip and let's begin. We are now in the last 10 days of October. You can see it's a rainy day. Look how beautiful my cannas look. They still look so beautiful. Look at the colors, how vibrant they are. So amazing. Look at their leaves. They are still in a relatively good condition, taking into account the weather conditions right now. In the last 10 days of October, of course, when we were in summer, the leaves were perfect. You remember the big beautiful green leaves. They had no yellow around them, or just a little bit of brown. The brown could have been from the fertilizer. Maybe I had done a little bit more than I should. I'll explain to you later in the video more details about the fertilizer. And you can see down on the floor of my balcony what you see over there is my internet connection, I want to say. And you can see down on the floor there are loads of yellow fallen leaves. It's fall, autumn, but look at how beautiful they look. I was not expecting it. I didn't think they would last that long. Of course, when they finish blooming, I think these are the last blooms now. The red one still has one more stem with the blooms, which has not yet opened up. As soon as they finish blooming, we will have to overwinter them. They are so beautiful, they are amazing. I just wanted to show you how beautiful they look at this last part of October, as we are really into autumn. It's raining right now, you can see. I don't talk a lot, I keep a bit quiet because I just want you to admire their beauty. They are so beautiful. And I just wanted to show you. They say true beauty never fades, yeah? There might be some substance and some true meaning to these words. I'm very thrilled to have gotten the cannas, and they've kept me company with their beauty for so many months. I got them in June, in the middle of June, and I had them all over the last half of June, July, August, September and now October, 5 months. And I think next year we can have them from May. So it will be a good six months that we can enjoy the cannas. Of course, later in November, as the temperatures will drop further, I would be expecting their leaves to become more yellow. Already they have lost some leaves. I have removed the very yellow leaves. And if you go deep down in their foliage, I'm not going to go down now because it's raining, but I have shown you even before. And as the weather deteriorates slowly, more of the lower leaves start to go yellow, and I remove them until eventually I will have to overwinter them. But I will do the overwintering as soon as they have lost all of their beautiful blooms. And then again I will show you how I save the rhizomes for next year, and we will replant them next year, and we'll be able to enjoy all of this beauty again. And we're moving on now. Thank you for watching the cannas. Here because I love roses and I want to have beautiful blooms next year in spring and summer. So this is the red rose cuttings, two of the cuttings that we did 15 weeks ago, exactly 15 weeks ago from the time I'm shooting this video. They're doing quite well. You see they're growing lots of nice green leaves. The temperature is, as I said to you today, 14 degrees Celsius, around 57 degrees Fahrenheit, but they are doing beautiful. They are still doing quite well. The leaves are on and they are growing. I keep watering and fertilizing my rose cuttings once a week. You can see behind we've got some Christmas lights that they are putting on the local council that add some beauty to my street. And also, we'll soon have to overwinter these roses. And we're moving on to my Leyland cypress tree. This is a true beauty. You remember he was a little bit smaller in summer, and now in autumn you see lots of green shoots at the tips of the branches. It's everywhere. Look here, it's very evident here. The light green color is the new shoots, which means he's growing happily, and I'm very, very happy with him. Look at this also here. Loads of light green shoots. There is a mom with young children crossing the street now, so it's going to be a little bit of noise, but don't worry. The beauty of the balcony remains, and I am here to guide you. So this is looking really beautiful now. A little bit of web. I'm going to remove it. He is looking so beautiful. He's doing quite well. At this point of the year, I'm watering him and fertilizing him once a fortnight. he is one who has never disappointed me, because he's looking absolutely beautiful, and a bit windy. And we're moving on to the chrysanthemum cutting. You remember I had taken the new orange chrysanthemum cutting, but I disposed of it because the problem was that the leaves had started to rot. So it was very moist because we had lots of rain in London this month, September and October. So I took a new cutting, and this is a couple of weeks since I took it. At the moment both the leaves are green and you can see there's a lot of moisture inside. However, I haven't seen any growth yet, but 2 weeks is still quite early. I wanted to bring this up. We have seen with the orange cuttings that it was taking 7 to 8 weeks for us to be ready to remove the caps, and then it was taking another few weeks, maybe 4 or 5 weeks, for them to start to grow visibly and give us a small plant. And God knows, if it's gonna take a couple of seasons for us to see lots of blooms from them. So it's a slow process, and still I'm waiting. This new cutting is looking good. And here, this is the 7th week of the yellow rose cuttings. It's very little growth. This is the initial leaf that came with the cutting. These are new leaves. It's growing but slowly, and the other branch you have got some new leaves, few new leaves. Now I'm watering and fertilizing her, the yellow rose cutting, once a week. They haven't really grown a lot, which you can notice yourself, and I just hope that they will have some opportunity to still grow before we will have to overwinter them, and hopefully we can start to enjoy some yellow rose blooms next year in spring. And we are moving on. Here we've got the orange rose cuttings. They're doing quite well. You remember there were 4 cuttings, but 2 of them were growing better than the others. The other 2, I'm not unhappy. These 2 ones are looking to be doing quite well. It is the 12th week for these cuttings since we planted them, and they are growing slowly. I'm also watering and fertilizing once a week. And we are moving on. 3 empty pots. We'll see what we're gonna do them. We'll use them for more propagations maybe next year. Here you remember we had the Leyland cypress tree cuttings, and we had taken 4 weeks ago 5 cuttings, out of which 2 have survived so far. I can see there is life on them, so I'm keeping them. The other 3 I have disposed of them. Of course, the time of the year when I took the cuttings was early autumn, and it was a very rainy autumn this year, so maybe they were over watered through the rain, too much rainwater, and 3 of them did not succeed. I don't know if these 2 last ones which are remaining are going to be successful, but I can see there is life on them. I can see small green shoots or small green areas on them, so I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen. And we are moving on. My mini rose is doing beautifully okay. You remember she had the problem with the aphids. I sprayed her 2 times with baking soda spray. That spray that I do with baking soda and vegetable oil and washing up liquid, and I had to spray her twice, but the aphids totally disappeared, and she's in a beautiful condition, and you can see lots of new blooms. I water her twice a week, and I fertilize her once a week, and she is doing beautifully okay. I'm very, very happy with her. Finally I succeeded with the mini roses. The secret is they like moisture. Don't allow the soil to go dry. And next we've got the chrysanthemum, the orange chrysanthemum. You remember I had to deadhead quite a lot because some blooms were spent, and also too much rain destroyed the petals of several other blooms, so I didn't keep them on. I just deadheaded him, and you see there are new shoots coming up now, so I'm quite happy. Hopefully before the frost comes we'll be able to enjoy a nice bushy chrysanthemum as he was when I first got him. But I'm very happy with him, and the color is beautiful. I water him twice a week and I fertilize him once a week, and he is beautiful. At some point we will have to report him, but I'm not gonna do it today because, as I said, it's not in the plans today. I have prepared you a relaxing video at the end on the second half of this week update. It is beautiful. I'm very happy with the new blooms. You see the color is so majestic, deep orange color. Proper watering and fertilizing has probably contributed to that, and I hope, as I said, we have enough time to enjoy more of him, and hopefully he will become bushier over the coming weeks. Yeah, so this is it. Yeah, you can see the tree, which used to be so green and beautiful, has gone totally yellow, but this is autumn for you. Don't worry, I will keep you company, as I said, throughout autumn and winter, and we are gonna be together again next spring with loads of beautiful blooms and color into my balcony and into our lives. And we are moving on. Here, you remember we had the purple chrysanthemum. It's been 6 weeks since I bought him. He's doing quite well, lots of new shoots. You remember that the stem, it failed eventually, it didn't grow, it became too spindly and I pulled it out. It practically had no resistance, but as the roots keep growing, I'm sure it's gonna produce another stem. That can happen. In the meanwhile, I see this beautiful growth of the leaves. I think these are gonna be new blooms, but they're taking their time. I'm watering him and fertilizing him. I'm watering him twice a week and fertilizing him once a week. In the pot next to him, this is where I had transplanted the Fibo orange rose cuttings from the bigger pot that I showed you before, but they failed. They lost all of their leaves. And here it is where I have transplanted 2 of the yellow rose cuttings. And we are moving on. This is our beautiful orange chrysanthemum. You remember we have the beautiful orange blooms that he had before, and we have dead-headed him. But there are new blooms coming up. Can you see? Beautiful deep orange. Yeah, can you see? And there as well. So it's gonna be fantastic to see how he goes over the coming weeks. I had said to you that I was going to report him as well, but I'm not gonna do it now, not this week, because I had been so tired and I really needed to get out a little bit of the city. But we're gonna do over time. Each of my week is busy, but some are busier than others, and I'm really struggling to catch up, but I'm trying to do my best. Looking beautiful and lots of new blooms, you can see, yeah? So I'm watering him twice a week and fertilizing him once a week. My coffee is next. Here are some cut red roses, and while I was going to work one day, I saw a street vendor who was selling this beautiful, you can see, deep blue blots pansy, and it had more blooms, but they are spent now, but he is still growing very well. You see, he's very bushy. I water him twice a week and fertilizing him once a week, and I love the beautiful blooms. Hopefully I'll be able to enjoy many more over the coming weeks. The pansy is a winter plant and quite hardy. At some point we're gonna have to report him as well. As you can see, there are 6 cells, 1, 2, 3, and another 3 on the other side, on the inside, so 6. Looking good. I wish it had more blooms to show you, but there are some buds coming up, like this one, you can see, yeah, that's evident, but I think there will be some more. So I told you the watering and fertilizing pattern for this one. And Timo is here. Timo, you wanna say hello? Timo loves you. You're gonna see more of Timo at the end of the video because we went together to the beach, as I said. Timak, I love you so much. You see, he looks happy and relaxed. Let's not spoil his relaxation, and we'll move on inside to carry on our narration of what's going on with my plants. So, you remember the Golfrina? She's surviving. She has shown me, because she had started to dry out and I had to remove some dried blooms even, and some dried leaves before she had wilted, but she's surviving quite well. I think I can even see a little bit of small growth. Here you can see. Here you can see. And I had seen some other growth. There you can see. And I had seen somewhere else as well. Where would it be now? I had seen some more growth. This one you can definitely see. 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 So she's actually growing slowly, but she has shown me that she likes to be watered and fertilized pretty much once every 10 days. So this is what I'm doing. Hopefully, and you can see here another growth here. Can you see that one? She's so beautiful. I just hope she survives. I'm a little bit happy with seeing her growing slowly because I really didn't want to lose this plant. I love her so much. And she's so beautiful. She's not as bushy now as she was before, but I had several problems. She doesn't want too much water, maybe once every 10 days and maybe once a week in the summer months, but not now, because she wilts with the over-watering and over-fertilizing. Now, moving on, this was my platycodon that you remember I had the problem, it was overwatered and I had left him in the rain and he was significantly overwatered, and he dropped all of the leaves and stems. So now what I'm doing, I'm keeping him under the grow light, and once every 10 days when the surface of the soil goes dry, I mist him with a mister. So that to give enough moisture to the roots to actually sprout again, and hopefully this will happen. If not, as I said, I will buy a new platycodon. Then we're moving on. This was the begonia. You remember it drooped. I don't know what caused it. Maybe it was too much dampening from the rainwater, even though I had her under a shelf on the balcony, or the change of weather, the change of season. So what I'm doing now, I have her under the grow light, and I do the same as the platycodon. I'm not watering her with a watering cup, but I mist her with a mister once every 10 days when the surface of the soil goes dry, and hopefully we'll see some growth there too. You remember she had these beautiful orange blooms, and I'm looking forward to seeing them again, but we will see. Now there, you remember I had the beautiful impatient, but eventually I lost him. I did the mistake with the over fertilizing. It significantly wilted. All the stems and the leaves had wilted, and then what I did, which was a mistake, I repotted him because I was trying to save him from the over fertilization. I repotted him and then I overwatered him in order to flush out the excess of the fertilizer, and it did come out from the bottom of the pot after I repotted him. But what happened is that then I let him to dry, but he was not drying well enough until the roots totally became rotten, and eventually I had to throw him away. I could tell that the roots had rotten because the plant was shrinking and shrinking, so I dug into the pot in order to check the root ball, and there was hardly any root ball. It had almost gone, so I had to throw him away with a saddened heart. But it happened. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna replace him. I cannot find this plant at the moment because you can find them more in spring, but I have bought online some red impatiens seeds, and I'm gonna put them in the fridge and hopefully start developing him again from seeds. The proper quantity of it has to be 1 teaspoon in 500 ml of water. So if you are not giving your plant 500 ml of water, because you may not need that much, if you are watering him only with 1 cup, then you will give him half a teaspoon of water. Fertilizer, sorry. So half a teaspoon of fertilizer for 1 cup of water, and a full teaspoon of fertilizer in 2 cups of water. Now here, can you see we have the I forgot the name of my beautiful plant, Gerbera daisy. She had many more leaves. I have deadheaded her now because the previous blooms had faded away. I have dead-headed hair, and she had many more leaves, but they yellowed. They became yellow, and I removed them. Hopefully she will do well. I don't know if she has enough light. I think the light is a little bit less than what it should be. Yeah. So and I have her in my lounge where I've got 3 grow lights going around, but none of these 3 grow lights are over the Gerbera daisy, but definitely they add more light to the room, but maybe the light that she gets from the window and from the rest of the light that is in the room, which is then, you can see next, it is my uplighters there, and my ceiling lights and my grow lights, which are all over the place. Maybe still that's not enough, but she's surviving. That's the good thing. Now I water her twice a week, but one of them waterings is just a little, and I still fertilize her once a week. There is a little bit of yellowing, but she's pretty much surviving. I'll see how she goes over time. And you remember my dahlia, had problems with the dahlia as well. What happened is pretty much what happened with the impatiens, after the last fertilization, you see it's only just the ticket that's left, the tag to say beautiful orange dahlia. But I think she's alive, so I'll tell you what happened. So after I moved her indoors, because I wanted to overwinter her, I fertilized her once a week as I was fertilizing her when she was outdoors. But what happened is that I saw, after the last time I fertilized her, there was browning at the edge of the leaves, and the leaves were starting to wilt a little bit. That browning can be because of the fertilization, and as I told you, I was using a strong quantity of the fertilizer, which I have now reduced it. I told you before what you have to do. Just half a teaspoon in 1 cup of water. So when I saw the wilting and the browning edges, I removed all of the leaves, but then the stems, and I also, because I wanted to save her, what I did is I overwatered her in order to flush out the excess of the fertilizer. But this time I didn't do the mistake that I did with the impatiens. Like I did not repot her and then overwatered her. It's in the same pot where she came in. But what I did is that I left the pot out to dry, and then as soon as I saw that the surface of the pot started to dry out, then I brought her indoors again. So hopefully I have saved her. Of course I have removed all of the branches, but the root ball is there, so hopefully at some point she will resprout. I don't know if the light that she's got is enough. If not, then she will resprout when I will put her out on my balcony again next spring, but I think she's alive. Also I dug a little bit with my hand after I left her outside for 1 week to dry, and I saw that the root ball was pretty much in a good condition, so I think she will be alright. Now I'm not watering her at all, only if I see that the surface of the soil goes dry, which is not the case so far. It's quite moist. I'm gonna moist her with a mister. No watering with a watering cup while she's in this condition, while there is no green growth. Now you will tell me a couple of things I want to say. Why would she have this problem with the browning on her leaves when I fertilized her once a week, and when I was fertilizing her when she was outside, she didn't have this problem? Maybe the change of the environment made her a little bit more susceptible to over-fertilization, because the plants get stressed every time you move them, indoors, outdoors, and any move is putting them a little bit under stress. And then she was already under some stress from the move into the indoors, and then I over-fertilized her as well. Maybe once a week was okay for outdoors, but maybe not so good for indoors, and this is what happened. Also I was using, as I said, a strong potency of the fertilizer, which I have now reduced to. Yeah, but I've got good news. First of all, I had issues with the petunia, because you see, I don't know what to say. First, you see there are new blooms. Yes, it's under the grow light. So eventually the grow light helped her. What can I see? There are Don't tell me that this is aphids. I wouldn't want to believe it again. She had a problem with aphids before, so what I did is I sprayed her with the spray. You know the spray, the baking soda spray, yeah? So after I sprayed her 2 times, the aphids were gone, but some of the branches of her branches were a little bit had wilted a little bit after the spray, which is normal because you kind of increase a lot the moisture of the plant with the spray, and also the leaves of the petunia are very tender, so they are easily, you know, susceptible to the spray and to the water. But after I did that, the aphids were totally killed, and I don't want to see any more aphids now. There was a little bit of green in that bloom, but I removed it. Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, I don't think I need to do anything else. There is no aphids on the leaves anymore. So, and now I water her twice a week and fertilize her almost twice a week, and you can see she's gonna start to be bushier again. She lost a few branches after the spray with the baking soda, but now she's doing quite well under the grow light. And finally, I was looking forward to see the beautiful purple blooms again, and here they are. So you remember I was telling you I'm not sure if the grow light will help her, but it has helped her a lot. And she's starting to look beautiful again, and we see the nice beautiful purple blooms, which is amazing. Beautiful. So hopefully when she will fill up, it will be a beautiful addition to my dining table. And already you see it's starting to go a little bit more green. It's only for a month I've been doing that, but I'm gonna continue even into the next month. You need to do that for 2 to 3 months to see the proper growth. Now next to it, I'll show you this. You remember my lemon cypress tree? I had problems with him. I will tell you what the problems were. So when I bought, you remember it was taller and bushier, but I noticed in the last week or so that it started to become quickly very dry and brittle and losing color at the tips of the branches. So when you see that becoming dry and brittle, that means that it doesn't have enough moisture or it doesn't have enough water. So I looked into the soil, and the level of the soil had gone down to almost there. Yeah. The thing is this, when I bought this plant, he was very beautiful, and you remember him from the previous videos, but the soil that was in the pot was very light, almost like peat moss or something. It had no compost. And every time I was watering him every week, even though I was watering him 2 and 3 consecutive times to drench it, I think the water was just going through the soil very quickly, and the soil was not absorbing any of the water. So eventually, after several weeks, I could start to see the results because he had started to become extremely dry. So but you can see there is still green in him. So what I did in order to try and save him, I cut off all of the dried tips of the branches. I left the main green core, and I topped up the soil with compost. So you see that now it's compost, whereas when I bought him it was full of peat moss and it was so light and it was not holding any water inside. So I topped up with compost, and now I'm watering him every other day until I see new growth. And also I missed him from time to time, like a couple of times a week I missed him, and he's a little bit better now. He's not as brittle as he used to be. So I'm gonna leave it aside. We don't want to disturb Timo, because these are behind Timo's cage. Hello Timo. And I want to show you another beauty which you will be very happy to see, and this will be our last beauty to show you. And this is, you remember I was doing the Aster New England plant from seeds? This is 3 months after the seedling sprouted. It's starting to grow into a small beautiful plant. It's beautiful, yeah? I don't water him at all. I only mist him once a week. He's still a bit misted. So once a week I do. Last time I did was last week, but the soil is still a little bit moist. Maybe in a couple of days I will mist again. And you remember it had a smaller cap on, but because to keep the moisture in, but because the plant started to grow and to become much taller, I put a bigger cap, and still I have to replace this because it's starting to be at length now. So I have to do another one which will be taller. I'm gonna do after I finish the video. But he's growing. It's Aster New England. It is 3 months after he first sprouted. It's a little bit wonky, but don't worry about it. He will do well. He will do perfectly well. Yeah. Any pressure that you exercise, very gently, please. Yeah. Hey, Timo. Please, very, very gently, the pressure, yeah. Okay, so this is it. Yeah. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna mist him. The soil starts to be a little bit dry, and I'm gonna create a bigger cup because he's becoming really tall. So if we count the leaves, it has 1, 2, 3 at the back. One leaf is a little bit brown around the edge. 3 at the back, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I can see a 10th one coming from there. So we seem to be getting into some success with him. So I'm very happy. I'm gonna recap him. Yeah, you've seen him. Aster New England. He produces beautiful red blooms. It's a cousin to chrysanthemum. So we'll have beautiful chrysanthemum-like blooms soon. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I'm gonna keep showing you his progress. Yeah. So great. And I'm gonna put him again under the grow light in a minute. So this was our tour of the 15th week of the update of our cuttings, and you saw where I stand. I only had problems with the impatien and the dahlia, but the dahlia, I think I have saved her because after the experience with the impatien I knew what I had to do, but we'll see how she progresses over time. The impatien, we are going to try to recreate him from seeds. So I'm not, as I said, I'm not going to do any more reporting today or anything because I was very, very busy these last couple of weeks. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I hope you had your coffee with me, and stick around because the second half of the video follows from showing me and Timo on the beach promenade on the south coast of the country where we went last week to enjoy a peaceful outing near the sea. Stick around and enjoy that. As I always say, I love you so much. I'm always glad to spend an afternoon with you because it's pretty much afternoons when I shot the videos, and always find time for yourselves to treat yourselves and be truthful to your body and your mind. And I will see you again next time on the 16th week update of our cuttings. Stick around for the seaside video. I love you so much. Enjoy. Hello to you all, my dear friends. We are here on the south coast with Timo again. It's a day in October. It's quite nice, quite warm. The temperature is 17 degrees Celsius, which in Fahrenheit that would be, let me do the calculation, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. It's really, really beautiful. You can see behind me it's like a little hill. Timo is here also. Timo, you wanna say hello? He's too curious because he looks at the ocean waters, and I will soon turn the camera around for you to have a look at the ocean waters. It's very beautiful. Again, we felt like we were tired from the busy life in the city and the fast pace of life there, and we wanted an exit, and I took the train in the morning and we came to the beach. You see several passers-by who just walk on the beach promenade, and they see Timo and they admire him. he is an attraction for them because they don't often see a parrot at the beach. I can understand them. Also, Timo is very, very handsome. I'll turn the camera around now so you can have a look at the beautiful ocean. Let me turn the camera around for all of you to have a look. Today is a Thursday and I've taken the day off from work. There are a few passers-by and several dog walkers, but no, it's not overcrowded, it's quite relaxing. Lots of people of course are stopping by and they are asking me about Timo, because he's a parrot and he's very, very beautiful. So people are curious. All of them are kind and polite. Some of them want to have a picture with Timo. Timako! 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 He's getting scared because he sees some dogs and some paragliders. I try to calm him down. Anything unusual scares him a little bit, but I'm here just to calm him down and to sweet talk to him and relax him. Yeah, that's fine, no problem. You see, this is one example of many people who stop by just to say hello to Timo. Of course, as I said, I can understand them because Timo is quite an attraction. He's such a beautiful bird with beautiful striking colors. This is the Atlantic Ocean. The beach is called Branksome Beach, the area of the beach where I'm sitting. You can see there are paragliders in the depth of the horizon. And you can see several buggies with babies and loads of dog walkers. And me, I'm the only one who is a parrot walker or flyer, but not exactly because Timo is in his carrier bag. You can see it's really beautiful behind me. It's beautiful, and you can see the ocean in the depth. It's very, very nice. The local time is after 2 p.m. It must be 2:15, something like that. You can see the grey waters of the ocean. They are beautiful. We are in October, in the last 10 days of October. It's autumn. But the ocean is still very beautiful. you can see the grey-green waters of the ocean meeting in the depth with the grey blue sky. The ocean is vast and beautiful. It's amazing, a very nice day. I enjoy. It's warm, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. The nature is beautiful, it's very calming, very relaxing, and I especially love the ocean. So whenever I have a bit of free time, or I create a bit of free time, sometimes just to come to the ocean, it relaxes me very, very much. Away from all of the stressors of life in the city, you know, the very fast-paced life. People who are overstressed and demanding and difficult to deal with in the city many times. Here is nice and relaxing. It's a beautiful day out for me and Timo, and for all of you obviously who are subscribed to my YouTube channel and you are following me, and you can see my getaways. You can see behind me the hill with the beautiful greenery on the other side of the ocean, and the beautiful trees and beautiful yellow flowers. And I'll turn the camera around again so you can see the ocean. You can see two dogs, a black dog and a white dog in the ocean waters. It must be cold to be in the water right now. I wouldn't wanna know. I'm very comfortable sitting here on a bench opposite the waters, looking at the ocean and relaxing. I'm soaking in all of this because I'm really here, and it's the moment that counts in life. Every moment is very important. We need to be there to enjoy. A paraglider there in the sea. I don't know if you can see very well in the ocean. The place is beautiful, really beautiful. It's not summer anymore, but it's still very nice. Different colors, more pastel colors of autumn. In the summer it's brighter colors of summer. Both are beautiful in their own way. And the waves crashing on the coastline, the very calming sound, the beach promenade, the breeze. And of course Timo, who is next to me. So nice and breezy, it's very lovely, beautiful, and the more I keep looking at the waters, the more I'm unwind and relax. Timo is next to me all this time. He's keeping very quiet at the moment. He's gazing at the ocean. He looks very relaxed as well. Very peaceful. And that's the point of coming here today. We both needed this peace, this exit from everything. It is really so rewarding. Hey Timo. We both love it. It was busier in the morning when we came. It starts to be a little bit more relaxing now, which I love it even more. It's beautiful. A bit more of a private feeling. Very beautiful. Oh, let me have a look. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was really nice for you. It is definitely very, very nice for me. I'm gonna stay for a little bit longer. Timo is next to me, as I have already said. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn the camera around for a few more minutes for all of you, and for me obviously, because this recording is gonna stay with me, and I will remember this beautiful trip next to the sea, near the ocean. So I'm gonna turn the camera around for just a little bit more, yeah? Coast Guard vehicle. So this was it, I think, for now. We're gonna do it again at some point. I just wanted to say that I hope that wherever you are well, you are enjoying. Always do what makes you happy. Try to find some time out for yourself. I love you, and I'm gonna see you soon. I love you very much. Bye for now.